Hard work, determination, and order. Saturn is now stationing direct, meaning it is now moving forward after being retrograde, having us review this area of our life where we have lacked. And now we have this focus of bringing meaning and order with healthy boundaries in our life. Saturn brings order to our chaotic lives, and it rewards the hard work that we do in order to maintain that order. On a collective level, Saturn represents the government, a boss, people of authority, our parents, and institutions. Saturn is associated with our karmic debt and our growing pains that we experience. It's the karmic teacher of the zodiac. It takes about 2.5 years to move through each zodiac sign, and it is slow, it is steady. It wants to instill and teach discipline, patience, and how to take the high road to be your best version of yourself. Pisces is the 12th house, which represents our dreams and our intuition, your subconscious and the mystical realm. So together we can expect opportunities for progress to be made in our life around boundaries. These can be both personal and on the collective level. Welcome and thank you for joining me. I'm your astrologer, Patricia Tate, and this is your Saturn in Pisces direct, all 12 signs. So for Aries Sun and Aries Rising, Saturn is in your 12th house. The 12th house is your dreams, your intuition. It's the psychic realm. It's where we go for rest and retreat. It's hospitals or institutions. It's where we go for meditation. It's where we connect to angels and spirit guides or the Akashic records. It's where we go to do shadow work or to do shamanic healing. And so with the 12th house, Saturn rules over your 11th house of your personal hopes, wishes, dreams, goals, and the people that you align yourself with in order to reach those goals. These are your kindred spirits, or it's your connection to your peers. And Saturn rules over your 10th house of your careers, your legacy, your professional life, your ambition. So all of those topics are now going to have you focused on your spirituality, retreat, your unconscious, your dreams, your intuition, and your inner search. It's going to have you going within. Saturn in Pisces is at the end of a very long journey in your life. Perhaps you feel this like literally or figuratively. This is a symbolic ending of some sort with these topics. So over the next 3 years, you're going to be letting go of the past and you're going to be cleaning out. Think of it as a part of your attic, things that have occupied your mind, your heart, your soul. And so you're going to feel this strong pull to search for the meaning and for answers of things, whether they're through meditation or spirituality. This could have you diving into anything that represents your unconscious, meaning I want to dive into esoteric topics, or I want to understand the unconscious realm through past lives or anything that has to do with dreaming or meditation. It also has you wanting possibly to understand your dreams, or possibly for you to do the shadow work of, I need to release myself of this karma or this generational trauma that's gone on from one generation to another or from one lifetime to another. This is going to give you an opportunity to make sense of your life and for you to go within. For some of you, it's going to be like this retreat or a rest or recuperation. And for others, there's going to be this liminal feel of like life is fading from one chapter ending and a new beginning of another. It's going to be a time of you letting go. Now, this will be topics that are related to what were your dreams? What did you want to leave for a legacy? Does that really align with who you are now? Are you able to move forward with this? Does this align with the boundaries that you now have? It's about having clear and concise boundaries of who you are spiritually and what do you align with. So I hope that you found this video resourceful, and I would love to hear your comments in the comment section below. Please join me Tuesdays at 6 p.m. where I offer astrology, new moon, and full moon readings, and please subscribe. So for Taurus Sun and Taurus Rising, Saturn is in your 11th house. Remember that the 11th house is not just your home, hopes, your wishes, your dreams, your aspirations, but it's who you align yourself with in order to accomplish those things. It could be teams or peers. This could be work associated or personal associated. This is who you are connected with, who you have shared beliefs with. It is the networks in which you travel with. Now, Saturn also rules over your 10th house of your career, your legacy, how you want to be known. It's your reputation and it's your ambitions in life. And it rules over your 9th house of foreign people, places, things, travel, teaching, taking classes, workshops, diving into spirituality. The 9th house is the house of cross-cultural experiences where we mix and mingle with others to find our shared beliefs. So now you're going to be diving into what are your hopes? What are your wishes? What are your dreams? Who are your friends? Who is your community, your networks? What social causes do you participate in or do you support? Are you working on building a career, or is this after you have built your career, after you've had your professional direction from 2020 to 2023? So for the next 3 years until 2026, you are now going to be looking ahead at what seeds do you now need to plant? Where do you need to shore up the sides of your aspirations, of what are your next goals that you're moving towards? What is your vision of what the future looks like? While you may be dreaming about what lies ahead for you, this is also going to be a time where you're going to want to build a community for yourself and friendship, as well as this larger awareness of the world, of where do you fit in and with groups or with what sections. Now, for some of you, this may be a desire for you to give back, and this could be volunteering for a cause that is near and dear to your heart. This could also be a time where you find that some of your friendships come to a natural ending where you are now shifting into a different part of your life. So take time to review your friendships, your goals, your aspirations. Look to see where are these people fitting into my life with how I have now changed over these last few years and now where I'm now moving towards. Your community, your social circle, I would expect a major ending with a friend or to gain a new one in this area of your life. This could also offer you the opportunity to practice your patience and stand your ground. Remember that you are now looking for a new future of what do you want to do, whether it's in regards to spirituality, with traveling, with goals, with your career. So I hope that you found this video resourceful. I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Please join me Tuesdays at 6 p.m. where I offer new moon or full moon astrology readings, and please subscribe. So for Gemini Sun and Gemini Rising, Saturn is in your 10th house of career, your job, your public life, your reputation, your ambition. Think of it as you on top of a pillar and other people are able to see you, view you. It's also the house of authority figures. It is your social status, where you make your mark on society. All of these topics are going to be pulled in for an opportunity for you to have boundaries. Now, Saturn rules over your 9th house of this is where I want to travel to. This is what I want to dive into for spirituality. I want to take this class. I want to take this workshop. I want to have foreign travel. I want to teach a class. I want to dive into something that I'm going to have some work published. Now, Saturn also rules over your 8th house of shared resources. These are the connections that you have with other people that are on their joint ventures with alimony, child support, cash, and property that you literally have these contracts with. It is a house of deep bonding, and it is also the house where we desire these deep connections. So you are using these deep connections, these resources that you have with others to reach your goals of where do you want to be? What do you want to do in life? Your legacy, your career, your direction, your public persona, your responsibility. this is going to be the start of a major chapter in your life, one that's going to be spanning over the next 3 years. During this time, you might be pushed to now take over some new duties, some new responsibilities in your life. This is going to be offering you this opportunity to step up, not only in your career, but in the world as well. One of the main driving questions that you might be thinking about is, what do I want to be when I grow up? Regardless of your age, regardless of the phase of your life, the bar is now going to be set higher, and you're going to be questioning, what do I want to do now? What limitations can I overcome? Where do I need to find structure? What mountain do I need to climb? Now there's going to be these major milestones. They're going to be offering rewards, achievements. It's going to be possibly a change in your status and title in life, whether it be for career or your public life. There's going to be this an opportunity of, for some of you, this change in your status could mean, I'm going to become a first-time parent, or I am getting my first-time job, a real big job, or I am moving into this really big job that I've always wanted to do. It's about responsibility, and it's going to be a major accountability check on yourself. This time is going to be spanning all topics that include your professional life, possibly a time for you to reroute it. Remember, these are an opportunity for you to use your shared resources, use this knowledge of where I can take classes, where I can connect up with others that are far and wide. It's about having a reach and having these bigger dreams. It's going to offer you this opportunity. Remember that Saturn wants you to get serious. Saturn wants you to be serious about your public standing, your legacy, and your life in general. It's moving through your 10th house because it wants you to have these very clear realizations of, what do I want the next chapter of my life to look like? So take caution, avoid distractions, and stay focused on your work and be disciplined. So I hope that you found this video resourceful. I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Please join me Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer new moon or full moon astrology consultations, and please subscribe. So for Cancer Sun and Cancer Rising, Saturn is in your 9th house. Now the 9th house for you represents cross-cultural experiences. That means foreign people, places, things, having work published, taking classes, teaching classes, having things that have to do with the law or legal matters, searching for adventure in your life, and connecting with people far and wide. Now, Saturn also rules your 8th house of your shared resources. This is the alimony, child support, debt, income, taxes, anything that has to do with things that you are legally bound with others. It's also the house of deep bonding. So this is anything that has to do with partnership, whether it be intimate or business with others. The 8th house is also where we desire these deep connections, and it's also like taboo topics that you might want to dive into. And Saturn also rules your 7th house. Now the 7th house is your 1+1 house. This is your business contracts. This is your one-on-one relationships with your friends, with your clients. This is also your intimate partners. So both of these topics are adding to where Saturn is saying, I need to have some boundaries. I need to be able to find the truth. I need to have meaning. I need to work on education and travel. After it's coming out of the last 3 years of difficult emotional terrain where you have had to face some really hard Saturn truths, this is bringing you back into the life. Remember that Saturn was in your 8th house of your shared resources, and this was difficult terrain, and now you're going into an area where it's a respite. It's like, okay, I now know where clear boundaries are. Now let's move in and have these, I need to make sense of these experiences that I've had for the last 3 years of my life. Where do I move forward with them? Do I still have faith? What do I believe in? Do I need to build this philosophical framework for me to move forward with? This is an external sense of a direction of what I'm being called upon to do. The teaching of others, this could be diving into a religion, or what faith can I bring to others? What education can I bring to others? For some of you, this could be a return to school, especially with a need for you to focus on higher education or beliefs, or this could be like a specialty training that you want to focus on. For others, this could mean a need for you to search the world in order for you to travel, to explore these different cultures, foreign lands. This could also have you diving into, I'm ready to have this work published. I'm ready to share my experiences with the world of things that I have gone through, been through, and that others could benefit from. This could be difficult when it comes to expanding your knowledge about your experiences. So take time to shore up the boundaries of. Remember that this is based on your faith, your hope, your belief. And Saturn is saying, let's ground it, make it solid, stable, and reliable. Focus on your greater beliefs around the world. So, Cancer, I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments below, and I would love for you to join me Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer new moon and full moon astrology consultations, and please subscribe. So for Leo Sun and Leo Rising, Saturn is now stationing direct in your 8th house. The 8th house is the house where you have these deep connections with others, wanting to not just have things surface, but like deep bonding. It's the house of all shared resources, where we share debt and income. That means alimony, child support, resources, values, opinions. It's the house of obligations, inheritances, wills. It's also the house of the occult, and it's your private affairs. It's the house where we don't share everything with others in the public life, but you want to have these intimate connections and share these things with others privately. The 8th house is taboo topics or deep understanding of these topics. Now, Saturn rules over your 7th house of your partnerships, your relationships, your best friends, your significant others, your business partners. It's also the house of open enemies, exes, and clients. It's the one-on-one. Now, Saturn also rules your daily habits. The 6th house is where we find a mentor or where we find a guide. It's where we take care of ourselves, and it's the house of self-care and alternative health. It's the house of finding a balance between work and home, and it's also not just our health, but the health of our pets. So Saturn, now in your 8th house, finally out of retrograde, has this deep sense of connecting to your emotional health, wanting to focus on intimacy, a deep bonding with others, focusing in on your finances. So after learning about your relationships, whether they're business or intimate, and your connections from 2020 to 2023, you are now taking stock of your emotional depths and exploring themes of your intimacy, your sexuality. The 8th house is also the house of power, or where we seek power or people have power over us. This is the house that is building trust and building vulnerability. So where we seek out this power to control or identify where others have it over us. It symbolizes Saturn leading us into a space where we might need time to face yourself in order to do that inner work. Over the next 3 years, this is going to be an opportunity for you to prioritize your emotional and your psychological health, starting work possibly with a therapist, a counselor, a mentor, exploring other similar modalities in order for you to get your health, mental, physical, spiritual, psychological, all in alignment. For some, this is also going to be a time where you can focus on your finances, making good investments, creating wealth, working with estate lawyers, or taking a hard look at where you have debt and money that has to do with taxes. For others, this is not about physical wealth. It's about spiritual wealth that's created by doing the internal work and with healing. It's letting go of any unwanted energy that's holding you back. So this is about the house of sex and death and birth and taboo topics. Saturn here really encourages you to take this deep dive into your psyche and look at your relationships with all types of control. So Leo, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Please join me Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer astrology, new moon and full moon consultations. Please check out the other transit videos and subscribe. So for Virgo Sun and Virgo Rising, Saturn is now moving direct in your 7th house of partnerships. This is business partnerships, significant others. This could be marriage partners. This could be best friends. This is also the house of anybody that you signed contractual agreements with, or the house of open enemies, exes. It's the house of contractual promises or negotiations. And so now moving forward, this is giving you this opportunity to move forward with all of those contracts, whether they're written or verbal in your life. Now, Saturn rules over your 6th house of your mental, physical, spiritual health, well-being, and it's the house where we find mentors and we find guides. It's the house where we find a balance between our home and our work, and it's our daily habits. Now, Saturn also rules over your 5th house of what brings you joy, what brings you pleasure. It's about children, it's about affairs, it's your investments. The 5th house is art and music and creativity. It's where we take risks. So now in focus is going to be your relationships, other people, the way that you socialize, your business partners, your best friends, your connections with others, and your one-on-one relationships in general. Saturn's arrival now, working through and moving forward in your 7th house, it marks the start of this major chapter of your life, one that's going to allow you to focus on building these connections around partnership. It's going to be a simple reminder that we just cannot do life alone. And who do you want to do this? Who do you want to have this life with? Who are the people that you want to have these connections with? It's going to be a relationship that's one of the 4 pillars of your life. So regardless of your current relationship status right now, this is a time that can bring in a focus where you need to reflect on and audit, how do you connect with others? With your friends, with your partner, with your business partner, with your your people that can be your clients. Saturn is pushing you to create equity and balance and fairness in this area of your life. Non-transactional equity, but a sense of even flow between you and the major connections of people in your life. For some, especially if you are single, this could be the start of a major relationship at this time, one that may lead to some commitment, such as a marriage or a living together. For others, this is a period in order for you to do this major work on your existing relationship, like marriage, maybe to put it back in order. A relationship may come to an end now because it just doesn't have the strength or the commitment to move forward with. This is also a time where your partner with someone who you want to continue on with in business. So expect to do some personal maintenance with your focus going in and out of who you have these relationships with. Expect to do some personal maintenance with this, and this can also include your friends and your clients. Both of these connections are with Pisces, where it wants to bring together and blend, and the separation with Saturn of where do I have these healthy boundaries. It's reviewing your one-on-one relationships with everyone, and there could be these new people entering your life with difficult ones that may exit or have a natural ending. So Virgo, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Please check out the other videos on the other transits. Join me live 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer new moon and full moon astrology readings. And please subscribe. So for Libra Sun and Libra Rising, Saturn is now going into your 6th house, moving direct. It started off here, then it had you backtrack over a few things, and now the forward momentum has you focused on mentors, guides, your health, your wellness, it's your daily habits. The sixth house is your nutrition, it's self-care, it's alternative health. It's also includes your pets. And so Saturn rules over your fifth house of joy, pleasure, children, and it's about what brings you joy, what brings you pleasure. The fifth house is also the house of where we take risks and affairs, and Saturn rules over your fourth house of home, family, roots, foundation. The fourth house is your personal life, people that you share a past with. And so bringing all those topics into play, your health, your diet, your wellness, your daily living, your daily work habits, they're all going to come into focus now. There's going to be a time now that you get down to earth. Saturn's time from 2023 to 2026 is pushing you to get serious about your personal health and wellness routines. It's a time for you to make these positive changes to your diet, to your fitness, for you to address any existing health concerns that you may have, and seeking out a guide or a mentor or a counselor. This could be for yoga, for meditation. You might be bringing ritual and practice to your daily life at this time. It's important for you to not neglect your physical body during this transit. And for some of you, this is going to be a need for you to take a look at your various, your day-to-day habits of what do you do, and how do you run your life every single day, balancing your home, balancing your work, where you give of your time to volunteer, where you support others. This means that you're going to have to create some sort of a schedule, a routine, or a structure, and start these projects that you can have boundaries, limitations, and a healthy way that you can move forward that will benefit this. For some of you, this might mean getting your feet on some solid ground in reality of what you can really do, what you can really maintain, so that you don't have burnout and give of yourself so much that you have nothing left to give. This might be a time of increased duties and responsibilities on your part, including where you feel that you have service to others. So take time to carefully allocate your energy and delegate tasks to others where you can. Your daily rituals, they're really going to be pushing you to manage your everyday schedule, setting time to stick to your boundaries of making time to get the necessary needed rest and recovery, taking care of yourself so that you can also manage and take care of others. So for Libra, I would love to hear about how this resonates with you in the comments below. Please check out the other videos on the transits. Join me live Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer new moon and full moon astrology consultations, and please subscribe. So for Scorpio Sun and Scorpio Rising, Saturn is now moving direct in your fifth house. The fifth house for you is what brings you pleasure, what brings you joy. This could be children, childlike activities, art, music, creativity, your talents. It's love affairs. The fifth house is where we take risks. It's the house of what we do to enjoy ourselves in life. It's romance, creativity, recreation, pleasure. Now, Saturn also rules over your fourth house. The fourth house is your home, your roots, your foundation, or people that feel like family. And it rules over your third house of your communication. The third house is how you talk and exchange ideas with others. This is also your aunts, your uncles, or cousins and siblings. This is where we take classes and workshops, and it's short distance travel. So knowing this, Scorpio has you identifying your persona, your creativity, your talent, your children, or these activities, or where we take these risks. This is the house of art, music, and what brings you joy. It's been a pretty heavy 2020 to a 2023, so it's going to bring this an amazing relief to you that you're going to be working on over the next few years of, I need to have some fun. I need to have some joy in my life. This sounds a little frivolous, but Saturn's time in Pisces is a reminder that in your life, you do need pleasure. You need joy. You need passion. It is, it's in your future for everyone in what we do. So this is, how do you come back to yourself of what was it like when you were a child, and connecting with your inner child. More importantly, how do you prioritize yourself? Saturn here is going to be able to get you to take your talents seriously, to get clear about who you are and what makes you who you are. Taking time for you to define who you, like your identity. This is going to be a beautiful time for what you have, that you have for an output that you can share with society. For others, this might be a time where you define your identity with possibly getting pregnant or having children, or the topics of children, or possibly working with children. For others, this can be your children or other people's children. And since this is also the house of fun and pleasure, I want you to think about those topics and how they play this role in your life. Looking at your ego, your expression. Are you prioritizing pleasure, or are you not at all? Are you all work and no play? And so you're going to need to work on taking the time to manage your fun and your creative side, bringing those things like joy in this transit and putting them back into your life, connecting at home with them and connecting with others, whether it be taking a class on something or taking a workshop on something, studying something that brings you pleasure and joy. So for Scorpio, I would love to hear about how this resonates with you in the comments below. Please check out the other transit videos to understand more about this monthly, the energy of what's going on. Join me live Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer new moon and full moon astrology consultations, and please subscribe. So for Sagittarius Sun and Sagittarius Rising, Saturn is now stationing direct in your fourth house of your home, your family, your roots, your foundation. The fourth house is your personal life. It's with the people that you think that are family, feel that are family. It's the people that have shaped you. It's your property. The fourth house is anything that includes your traditions, your genealogy. It's literally the foundation or the basement of your life. Now, Saturn also rules over your third house. The third house is the way that you communicate with siblings, your neighbors. It's taking classes and workshops. It's how you talk and exchange thoughts and ideas. And it also rules over your second house of your self-worth, your cash, your property. It's your resources. And the second house is your attitudes towards this, and it's your financial condition and your possessions. So Sagittarius, you are focused on your home, your family, your foundation, your living situation, and this being the house of traditions, genealogy, and real estate, your personal property. This Saturn in Pisces marks a major chapter of your life, one that brings in topics that include possibly settling down, possibly building a home, maybe you putting down roots. And what does this look like? Regardless of what phase you're on in your life, Saturn's time here is going to bring this major move or a need for you to refocus on what your home environment should look like or what it is for you. Someone may move in or move out of your household. This also includes maybe needing to take care of your parents or creating your own family with the birth of children. Now, for some of you, the move can be internal and in an emotional or a psychological settling in of yourself. This could be a couple of major questions that are driving your life in this time. Could be, where is my home? Who is my home? Who do I include in this? What does home look like for me? So at this time, Saturn is pushing you to find that wisdom, to look for the maturity, to explore your roots and your concept of what is home to you. Manage any family drama or just clean things out and focus on your life at home. So for Sagittarius, I would love to hear about how this resonates with you in the comments below. Please check out the other videos on the other transits. Join me live at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer new moon and full moon astrology consultations, and please subscribe. So for Capricorn Sun and Capricorn Rising, Saturn is now finally moving direct in your third house. The third house is your siblings, it's your cousins, it's the way that you communicate, it's classes and workshops, it's your neighbors, it is how you talk, converse, and share information with others that are near and dear to you. So Saturn rules over your second house of your personal cash, property, your self-worth, and it rules over you, your personal appearance, your power, your strength, your habits. It's your demeanor. It's literally your self-expression. And so now Saturn stationing direct has you using your voice, the way that you communicate, your learning choices, topics that are surrounding your siblings can come to light now, your cousins, your neighbors. This is going to be about who you communicate with on a daily basis. After pushing to redefine and to create your material stability from 2020 to 2023, Saturn is now leading you into a new chapter of your life where the focus is going to be on your voice and how you use it. This may mean working to speak more, to stand with authority for what you have to say, to think, to make sure that your voice matches the real you. This could be, for some of you, a time for you to focus on your education. You might be taking classes or even teaching some classes. For others, this could include starting a manuscript or publishing something, working on a book, getting your thoughts down on paper or onto the computer, like a blog. This is also going to be an opportunity for you to take a serious look at the choices that you're making in your life that make an opportunity for you to make new choices to move forward with. There could be something or these topics that include a sibling that you're going to have to learn how to navigate, to move forward with, and using your voice appropriately, having healthy boundaries. The third house is about communication and information, and so you might find that you are unlearning some of your bad habits of communication and perhaps outgrowing a few people that are within your inner circle. Friendships might feel difficult, and small talk at this time might be a little bit burdensome because you are looking for authenticity in other people. This has you focused on you, your self-worth, and the way that you communicate to move forward with during this transit. So I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Please check out the other videos on the transits for all 12 signs. Join me live at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where at 6 p.m. where I offer new moon and full moon astrology consultations on Tuesdays. And please subscribe. So for Aquarius Sun and Aquarius Rising, Saturn is now stationing direct in your second house. The second house is all about you. It's your power, your self-worth, your cash, your property. It's your skill set. The second house has to do with your income. It's your possessions. It is your self-esteem, your financial condition. And Saturn rules over your first house of self, how people see you, your habits, your desires, your interests. It's your personality, your appearance, and it also rules over your 12th house. The 12th house is your personal unconscious, your dreams, your intuition. It's where we go to be alone, to gather our thoughts, and it can be where we go to retreat. The 12th house can be our intuition, our dreams, our Akashic records, our spirit guides, our angels, but it can also be where scandals are revealed, or where we try to keep secrets, or things are hidden from us. So money, income, value, your material stability, your cash, your property. This is going to be the house of your self-worth and things that you value, because you've had a heavy 2020 to a 2023 where you had to learn to stand on your own 2 feet and find self-reliance. And now Saturn is pushing you to find new stability, new security in your life. Saturn is saying for the next 3 years, I want you to put the focus on your personal money, your income, your material resources. If your bank account is something that you try not to pay attention to or has not been a focus, now is going to be a time that is really what you should be focused on. It's going to be, Saturn is going to have you feeling differently about this. It is saying you need to make some investments. You need to make possibly some major purchases. Maybe this is having you look at your savings, your debt. Maybe you want to purchase a home or a property. Maybe you just want to clear out what your material life needs more of. For others, this could have you taking a serious look at your personal finances and to get lean, create this budget that you need to live on to work with your debt. This could have you feeling the need to push and work harder to bring in more income. This could even be a look at your self-worth and your values as well as your currency, meaning physical and non-physical at this time, that your life runs on. Pisces this can place limits on your spending or push you to possibly reconsider where your true value lies, because this is your house of values and resources. Saturn's assignment to you is for you to witness how the world pays you back for your expression of what is my self-worth. This is a time for you to say, I need to work through my fears. I need to, it's all about you. It's all about you bringing things out of the 12th house, your fears and your karma, and saying, I have to work through these things. I have to have boundaries with limits with my money, my cash, my property, my movable income, and paying down debt. And what do I want to do? Creating a reserve for myself in order to feel secure, in order to move forward with. So I would love to hear about how this resonates with you in the comments below, dear Aquarius. And please join me Tuesdays live at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer new moon and astrology consultations. Check out the other videos for all 12 signs and subscribe. So for Pisces Sun and Pisces Rising, Saturn is now moving direct again in your first house of self. The first house is all about you. It's your body, it's your identity, it's your appearance, it is your habits, your strengths. I consider it like your business card of what people see about you. It's your website of what you share with others in the outside world. It is your general temperament, it is your interests, it is your desires. Now, Saturn, it rules over your 12th house of your intuition, your dreams, your secrets. The 12th house is your shadow self. And the 12th house is paying attention to my spirits, my angel guides, it's where I go for rest. It's where I go for retreat. It's also the house of self-sabotage and where I need to go within to figure out what works for me. Saturn also rules over what are your hopes, what are your dreams, what are your wishes, what are your goals? Who do you align yourself with in order to manifest these things and make them happen? The 11th house is the house where you have your peers. It's where you have these networks. It's where you are connected with others to achieve what you want to do in life. And so this is about yourself. You're growing up. You're growing older. This is an opportunity for these beautiful new beginnings for you. This is your first house of how you look, how you perceive others, or how they see you, how you are known. Like, are you known as a parent? Are you known as a healer? During this transit, it's going to be a major new beginning for you. after the last 3 years that you've had, this is you letting go and making this emotional and spiritual space for something new to be started within you. Saturn is bringing you into the light from the 2020 to 2023, and now for 2023 to 2026, a brand new fresh start. Think of it as the weight of time, duty, responsibility. This is going to be a beautiful opportunity, or a need for you to embrace this opportunity to learn to stand on your own 2 feet, for you to build your self-reliance, to build your leadership skills, to step into authority, being the authority, owning your maturity. For some of you, this could be the initiation of a new phase of life, one that could bring major changes with your title and your status of what you're now going to be known as. For example, this could be being known as a healer, taking a specific job, or becoming a parent, stepping into a space of, I need to be the voice of authority. I need to be the authority figure here. For others, this could be a time where you might need for you to work to reach Saturn's higher bar. Remember, Saturn is the planet of rings, and it's the boundaries or the limitations that we have. So for a few of you, Saturn may bring a serious look at your health, as well as changes in your physical body. And are you paying attention to those things? Saturn here in your first house may introduce an opportunity where you have these personal changes that you need to make in order for the next couple years to be good for you. This could be, are you stepping into taking care of yourself, your physical body? Are you taking time for your mental, physical, spiritual health, well-being? And knowing that as you grow older, these changes are happening within you and you are maturing. And are you taking these considerations and focusing on them, or are you just going to let things happen? Saturn wants you to focus on grow old gracefully, but take into consideration your health, your well-being, to be your most mature self in all areas of your life. This time is going to be a time period where you're going to be defining who are you. Any illusions or projections that you may have or that others have in yourself or your personality, they're going to be removed during this time, because you are stepping into, this is who I am, this is who I want to be, this is what I am coming out, these are my new boundaries, and this is the authority figure, the voice of authority that I want to have. Me stepping into a new phase of my life. I've earned it. So for Pisces, I would love to hear about how this resonates with you in the comments below. Please check out the other videos and join me live 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Tuesdays, where I offer new moon and full moon astrology consultations. And please subscribe.